Oh, that was Jimmy and the Crawfishes, which she's also my sister. This is WZYD, Anchorage's very own Zydeco Power Station. I'm Ronnie Rao. Ronnie Rao in the morning. Oh, God. I tell you, she's also my sister. You know what that made me think of? That makes me think, Anchorage, you know what? Go outside and Eskimo kiss your sister. Because you're all Eskimos. Go outside, Eskimo kiss your sister. Like Connor's sister. Connor, you got a sister, right?
Yes, I do, sir.
Everybody is Eskimo kiss Connor's sister. Everybody. I remember me when I Eskimo kissed her at the Christmas party.
Yes, I do, sir.
She wasn't too into the Christmas party. I thought that was a little weird.
Well, we're Jewish, sir.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But we ended up celebrating Hanukkah together, me and your sister. We had 8 holy nights, and we made sure to we got a different hole for a different night. It was all in the orifices. Is it orifices? Orifices? Which one is it, Connor? Which one? I want to be accurate. I know how you like to be accurate.
Orifices.
Yeah, you know. Anyway, I gotta tell you, people have been going, Roddy, hey Roddy, and I'm like, what? And they're like, how do you like Anchorage? And I'm like, I love Anchorage. It's better than that stupid Omaha. I don't even know why we're in Omaha. Why do we have to leave Omaha?
You were running a fight club at a daycare to win a PS5.
Oh my God, I'll never forget. Bobby the Bruiser, 4 years old, gouged out the eye of Tommy One Eye. We had to change his name later on. He used to be like Tommy the Tank, but then the baby gouged out the other baby's eye. We call him Tommy One Eye.
That name's really offensive. You can't call him that. That name's really offensive.
Oh, you know what's offensive, Connor? You know what's offensive?
What, sir?
I was just wondering because I clearly don't know. Oh, anyway, we are going to be doing a contest this week. Did you know about this contest, Connor?
No, you're supposed to clear out all contests with me and the radio station.
Oh, but I didn't. I know I was supposed to, but I didn't. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. We are going to have sled dog races. Okay. The sled dog races will go over the hills through Anchorage, Alaska, because it's super cold. And then when they get there, we are going to have a fight club with the dogs, sponsored by Michael Vick, who's a good friend of mine. We all used to hang out. And he's going to be here signing autographs at the Dunkin' Donuts on Route 12.
So the radio station will never approve of a dog fighting ring.
I wasn't asking them to. They are approving of a race and Michael Vick.
Sir, it sounds like the Fight Club is the main component of this
Dunkin' Donuts has signed off. They have signed off. And I said,
if I call Dunkin' Donuts, will they say that they've signed off on dog fighting?
If you call Dunkin' Donuts and say, hey, have you talked to Ronnie Rao? They will say yes.
Okay, but will they tell me what you've talked about?
I'd probably not, because they don't sound to me like a chatty bitch like you, Connor. Oh, Connor, why do you suck? Seriously, call Dunkin' Donuts. And I said, I would like a dozen donuts. And they said, okay. And I took that as an okay. And I called Michael Vick. I'm like, Michael Vick. I said, will you come to Anchorage? And he says, is Connor going to be there? I said, yes, despite that, will you come? And he said, I hate that little bitch. And I said, I know. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to come, and I'm going to judge your fight club, and it's going to be great.
Sir, how does Michael Vick know me? We've never met.
Dude, you are known the world over for sucking. Just in life and the physical act. I don't know how that, like, no matter where we've gone all over this country, there are bathroom walls all over the place where it says Connor sucks, and then your phone number. And I don't know how the people know it.
Sir, I believe it's you putting it on the walls.
You know, like Connor.
Yes, sir.
It is me. Let's ring the bell for Connor. Connor finally got one right. Connor got one right, and that is that the first one in ever? That's the first one ever? I don't have a producer. I don't know who I'm asking. But that is the first time you've ever been right, and we are very excited about that. And we are going to give away Zydeco t-shirts to the first 5 callers when we get back. But right now, we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a commercial break, and then we're going to come back and talk about your mother, Connor. It's going to be the Connor Mother Hour WZYD, Acres' own Zydeco Power Station. I'll be right back. What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupid on DVM Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid so you don't have to. Occasionally we read the stupid a little bit late.
A little bit late.
Because we have
We're
all the technical issues.
Wi-Fi hell. Internet hell.
At first I was thinking, like, well, at least Patrick's the only one having problems. But, you know, as he's trying to fix his computer, he's on the phone with me, like video calling on his phone. I was like, I can't get into my computer. I'm like, oh man, that must suck for you. And then my computer crashed.
Yeah. It like dropped all, like, for some reason, all my Bluetooth crap is not working. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to like go like forget all the devices and then figure out how to like repair them or some bullshit like that.
Have you been brushing them?
You
Maybe you have blue plaque.
Yeah. This whole time,
it could be a you know, scientific evidence pointing to you not taking care of your stuff.
I suppose it was working before your computer, before like the no, it was not working.
No, it wasn't.
It was working before I had to restart my computer. And then I restarted my computer and everything Bluetooth, including my Bluetooth keyboard, which did not work. I was like, yeah, fuck you.
Having to restart something, I'm like, oh, this will fix it. Oh, made it worse. Okay, cool.
The Bluetooth keyboard experiment ends today. I got a new one coming. Another new one coming. It's a Logitech. It's a Logitech. It has a adapter thing that will like pair with my mouse one, and I'm just done with that because no more of this Bluetooth crap.
Hardwired. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
All about it. That didn't stop me from, you know, having my computer crash. But, you know, whatever. Hardwired.
Ooh.
Speaking of hardwiring things, you know, your old friends at Boston Dynamics.
Ooh.
Those guys, those
Worst.
fucks.
They taught one to open a door. Stop teaching them to kill us easier. At least before we could like, they're like, oh, let's go up a couple stairs. Okay, they can't go upstairs. We're safe. Fuck, that one learned how to go upstairs. Well, they can't handle doorknobs. Oh, do we teach it to use a doorknob? Absolutely. Just give it a gun. Just give it a gun.
You know, Patrick, it's funny you say that because a group that goes by the name of Mischief,
see, they're probably up to no good.
You'd think that, but you know, I like to think that they're you know,
innovators.
Artistic. They're innovative. They give back to the community. They created an event for people to participate in. It's a live action art installation. Okay. They went ahead and they bought a spot. The Boston Dynamics. It's like the dog that they have. They bought one because it cost $74,500. Like, no, yeah, we bought one.
It's a bargain as far as robots go.
It's basically the price of a purebred dog. So it's the same.
I don't know if that's possible.
When was the last time you bought a purebred dog?
I don't know if that's realistic. I knew a guy who they had two had lesbian moms, and they had to do treatment so that they could have a baby. So they paid like $7,000 for treatments so they could have him. And they paid another $7,000 and so that they could have his sister. And then they paid another $7,500 so that they could have a hypoallergenic cat.
They paid more for the cat.
I said that the cat cost $500 more than you. How do you feel about that?
You know, they love the cat.
Yeah, he said he honestly never thought of it that way.
Oh, so you just ruined his life. His relationship he had with his parents. He's like, I love my moms.
His two moms were named Chris and Chris, so he was well on his way.
Was like, were they spelled different at least? Like one.
No.
Wow.
No, they were not. That was the first question I asked. I said, "You are living in a sitcom. Go write your life."
Chris will make you jump.
Ooh. The hypoallergenic cat will make you. Yeah.
They love a cat $500 more than you. How does that make you feel?
How do you feel about that? The fact
I'm not saying that you're priceless because we know how much you cost.
Right.
but aren't you just so special?
Yeah. Hilarious.
So Boston Dynamics selling these spot dogs for $75,000. The group Mischief decided to buy one, and they wanted to make a. They're known for creating viral stunts, stories, and
Why don't we
products.
have one? Why don't we have a stupid stock and stupid robot dog?
Oh, because we don't have enough in T-shirt sales, which you can buy more by going to www.stupidstuckandstupid.com. And then once we have those funds, we could buy a spot and we could teach it to call in and then just stare at us on camera.
I'm all about it.
Yeah. And then afterwards, you can go on your fucking Disney cruise, you son of a bitch.
We can go on.
No, I will not go. I will not go. That's the stupidest thing to go to. You know what? The entire world agreed with me, caused a pandemic, shut down the cruise industry because they even said, ooh, these are bad. Everything about them sucks. So this group, the Mischief Group, decided to create a project called Spots Rampage. And they allowed people yesterday to randomly chosen let people remotely control a spot robot via their website. The difference is this is not just your normal spot. They have attached a gun to it.
God damn it. Stop it.
So
is that a paint gun? Paintball?
It's a paintball gun.
Oh, okay. Those things still hurt.
Well, yeah, and it's on a robot dog.
What's with the shoe?
It's an art installation, Patrick. It
Is
has
that
to be
facing
different.
Forward or facing backwards?
That is facing forwards.
Really? Because
Yeah.
the way the legs are, it looks like it's facing backwards.
I mean, I bet you'd want to think that it's backwards, just
I
because.
Because then it would be defensive. It wouldn't be offensive.
What are you talking about? It's just this way it can recoil.
This robot dog's being chased. Don't worry, I have a gun that faces backwards in case there's trouble. Not I'm going to go actively start trouble. By the way, for anyone who wants to know, I've done the math. All we need to do is sell 7,400 T-shirts to get our own stupid stock and stupid.
Oh, so we're right on track.
We're right on track for never. And then we'd probably need a couple, just probably another 500 so that we could go on the Disney cruise.
Oh, we're fresh out of going on that one. But yeah, they said that they talked to the Boston Dynamics and they hated the idea. They said they would give us another 2 spots for free if we took the gun off. And that just made us want us to do this even more.
They could have resold those.
Yeah. But it's about sending a message, Patrick.
Saying, don't fuck with me while I'm running around.
They said it's going to void the warranty and the spot will no longer be updated. Because they have this long set of rules.
They know how to actively fashion a gun to a robot dog. I think they're probably going to be able to keep go with the upkeep.
Okay, well, you attached a keyboard to your computer and then you got locked out of it. So
it's because the Bluetooth screwed up.
Okay, so what the Bluetooth that spot screws up?
I'm not adapting robot dogs to be killers.
No, but you're adapting a keyboard to work on your computer.
Well, shit, I was doing nothing before that. So.
You're
still doing nothing. The internet's holding up. That's all I'm saying.
What? Why would you jinx that? Why would you even put that out in the fucking universe?
Because the robot dogs, that's why.
If we have to finish this podcast with you on your phone, looking at your screen, hey. So I think that's interesting too. Yeah, no, we're gonna fucking do it.
I don't know about that. You don't know my life.
Yeah, I do know your life. I know a lot of lives, especially lives of people that are in Indonesia. You ever heard about this immaculate conception thing where they got the?
I've heard of it. I've heard we do. That's why we do Christmas.
They got that third Jesus out of it because
they're Jesus? Oh, that third Jesus. Would you say third Jesus?
We got that third Jesus.
Oh, I thought you said that third Jesus. I was like, what was the second Jesus?
Oh, you missed the sequel? He came back 3 days after dying.
Jesus 2.
So Indonesian police they're in the middle of investigating a really serious case right now, Patrick. Okay. It's very serious. It's of the utmost importance.
Well, we're talking about it, so it must be.
Exactly. It broke
only hard-hitting actual news.
It broke through all the news and broke through all the noise that you hear from all these
noisy news.
And I said, no. I found this because Sati Zane,
Mhm.
25-year-old woman.
Okay.
She just gave birth to a healthy baby girl last week
Oh, nice.
in
Congratulations.
southern Indonesia. It's a strange pregnancy. You might not have heard of something like this before, but she was just hanging out in her living room
Like one does.
right after afternoon prayer.
Mhm.
She was lying down, and suddenly she felt a gust of wind enter her vagina. You just got so much wind in people's vaginas.
Oh my God. That's
I
right.
can't believe
The speakers
you
are
do.
lower in cars, people listening to it. Excuse me, madam. Madam.
Yes. Oh no.
Quintuplets.
So yeah, she got pregnant from the wind, Patrick.
Babies.
Right after praying. So I guess you could say her prayers were answered.
Or
No. What do
I
you
think
mean
she's
or?
just trying to get out of the fact that she was having sitter sex.
No,
it was the wind.
Listen, she was laying down after afternoon prayer. She got that wind in there. She said 15 minutes later began to experience pain in her stomach, and her stomach grew bigger and bigger. And she went to the community health clinic, and they're like, "Oh, there's a goddamn baby in there."
You pregnant, child?
I was like, "Ooh, child, you in the Matrix?" Because this baby just came out of nowhere.
Literally. Well, it came out of somewhere.
It came out of the wind.
I'm not a doctor, but I know it came out of somewhere.
Well, I'm just glad you finally clarified that you're not a doctor. As the only doctor on this podcast, I'm just glad that someone has finally admitted to their false notions, which is why I'm so glad you're joining me in our strong stance against vaccinations.
No, wait, no. Because we as members of Flat Earth will not be dictated to.
So the news went around like crazy. They're like, holy shit, this bitch got pregnant from the wind. Everyone close your windows. Close the window. It's getting pregnant up in here. Stop it. Stop getting everyone pregnant.
Quick, tie down the tent outside. It's getting pregnant.
Quick, throw a kite on me. So they say that the people at the community clinic believe that she experienced a cryptic pregnancy, which is something they call a pregnancy that was not recognized by the mom until she's gone into labor, given birth. So, that whole show, I didn't know I was pregnant.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of wind babies, Patrick.
They're all wind babies.
All wind babies.
I never seen that show. I know they used to make fun of it on The Soup all the time.
I mean, yeah.
Because, well, there it was, and all of a sudden, oh, baby. It's like a tripped.
I was in the bathroom of a White Castle, minding my own business after eating an entire stack of sandwiches.
They show the recreation,
the dramatic reenactment of it.
I always loved. What I always loved about the bathroom at White Castle?
Oh God, I don't know where this is going.
It looked like the outside dining room of the White Castle. It's almost like they were getting you prepared for where you were going to be spending time.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like environment acclimation. They're like, okay, it's cold and there's tile. Like, get ready.
So you walk in, you're like, it's like when there's furniture in the bathroom. Like, what is this? A tiny White Castle?
Yeah,
there's a couch right here. This is nice.
Why? Yeah, that's like the women's room at like any theater. They've got like the couches, and they got. I'm like, why are you all hanging out here? Like, go see the show.
Like, I just want to sit next to someone who's pooping, though.
I know. There's like,
I want to be.
I realize like the makeup mirrors and stuff like that. Like, if you go to like the Chicago theater or everything like that, or like the Lyric Opera House, they've got like fancy schmancy bathrooms, and
Oh, the fancy schmancy ones.
Yeah, I'll never forget my
when you were doing your makeup
in high school. We were at Lyric Opera, and she comes out. She's like, "They have couches, they have whatever," and I was like, "We don't have any of that in there."
We don't even have toilet paper in half the stalls.
I don't want to sit there and watch Cozy Fan Tutte. I'd go hang out in the bathroom and sit on the couch.
So CT has previously, she has a child with her husband who she separated from 4 months ago. So chances are he's the wind. he's the wind beneath her wings.
Beneath my tree. Was that Patrick Swayze? She's like the wind.
Oh no, I know.
Okay.
I was just trying to ignore it.
No, you cannot.
No, because I already said that he's the wind beneath her wings.
That's different.
She got him, or he got her pregnant as an eagle.
She got fly like an eagle.
No, that's a different one.
Into my face. No, oh God.
Speaking of ridiculous things, did you know that in Arizona they had to create a law to stop people from fucking with things? Because they just didn't know that. They didn't know you weren't supposed to fuck with stuff.
Oh, sorry, officer. I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Okay, excuse me. Do you know why I pulled you over?
No.
Okay. Well, I've witnessed you personally throw a bunch of trash on the ground. You know you can't do that, right?
No.
Okay. Well, you can't do that in here.
Oh,
I'm going to write you a ticket for that.
what was it, Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle was like, his friend's like, he's like, what are you doing racing down the road? I'm sorry, officer. Didn't know I couldn't do that.
Didn't know I couldn't do that.
And he's like, I didn't know I couldn't do that, which is hilarious because I did know.
So previously, like last year, they introduced a bill that didn't get passed, but this one, it got a little bit more support and it actually went through. The new law makes it a class 1 misdemeanor to intentionally introduce, add, or mingle any bodily fluid or foreign objects not intended for human consumption with water, food, or drink. Basically, that ice cream licking challenge that people were doing, they had to create a law to make people stop licking ice cream on the shelves.
So I could have been licking ice cream this whole time and not
in Arizona, just in Arizona.
So what? Why is that not already? Why is that not already a law? Like when they were coming up with stuff, it'd be like, you know what? Let's just make it a law not to pee in people's soup.
You know that.
Let's wait till it's a problem.
No,
you always want to wait till it's a problem. Those people are dead because you wouldn't enact a law about shooting people. We didn't know it was going to be a problem.
Ugh.
I don't want to rock the boat. He never wants to rock the boat.
So we get there are various misdemeanors that if people buy the ice cream. So if I were to lick the ice cream in Arizona and then you were to buy it and then eat, then it's $1,000 fine of at least $1,000 fine. I think
they got to know it's you. I mean,
it's gonna be on camera.
Adding an extra surveillance camera on the frozen food section just in case.
I mean, they kind of need to.
Points here, and here, facing right at the Viennetta, and making sure.
No one wants Viennetta.
Everybody wants Viennetta.
Oh, which is why it was gone for 30 years.
And people were pissed.
Were they?
What Taco Bell's doing to the world. They're like, fuck Baja Blast. And they're like, no, fuck you, Taco Bell.
Wait, they're trying to get rid of Baja Blast?
Yeah.
Fuck Taco Bell.
Right.
It's the Viennetta of sodas. You know what? Because we have Baja Blast now.
Like.
I sound real intelligent.
Nobody wants Viennetta.
God, you're so dumb.
That was a great retort in your language. You know what I meant.
I did, but you know what? I'm a classy person. I'm not going to translate it because everyone else doesn't need to hear those words.
That's right.
But you know what? That was real racist.
How dare you?
I can't believe you said that.
How dare you?
They're called Native Americans.
So they're called indigenous people, idiot.
It was a trap. I was just trying to catch you off guard again. Yeah, so basically these motherfuckers had to make a law because it all started with
you don't do Arizona news. It's just in these motherfuckers.
These motherfuckers.
He's crazy. You're not allowed to lick ice cream anymore. I thought this was America.
It's hot here.
It's hot here. We gotta lick what we can when we can.
My tongue's hot.
That's an Arizona motto.
It's hot here.
It's in Latin. It says "E pluribus." Lick what you can.
Yeah, so they just had a lot of people. They've had Jesus Christ, they've had so many issues all across the country with people licking ice cream. Then we had
that's how Corona got around.
You think so? Yeah. Florida woman was charged with a misdemeanor after filming her daughter licking a tongue depressor in a doctor's office.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And then a man was charged for licking a row of deodorant cases after asking on video, "Who's scared of coronavirus?" Yikes.
But okay.
Yeah, he's like, who's scared? I'm just gonna lick some deodorant.
It's like those people that like cough at people. That's my well, those are my favorite videos. Yet I still have not seen one where someone just hauls off and hits a person.
Oh, I have.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I've seen a bunch.
Someone coughs at me, they're going out.
There's one guy that coughed on someone in an elevator, and they just fucking beat the shit out of him.
I don't even like when I was going to the doctor's office for my checkup and stuff. Old woman got in the elevator, and I go, "Oh wait," and she's like, "Are you afraid to ride with me?" I go, "No, I'm afraid for you to ride with me because you're old."
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Trying not to kill you.
Trying not to
be
the reason that you don't die 5 years from now instead of tomorrow. Could you thanks
to shake your hand?
You're welcome.
And then when she's shaking your hand, she like she's I'm from Arizona. Yeah, there was someone that coughed on some food. $35,000 worth of food had to be destroyed because someone coughed on it in a store. These motherfuckers. Goddamn Arizona. You ever play video games, Patrick?
We got Florida, and we got what the fuck, Arizona. Yeah, some.
You ever play like Fortnite?
No, because I'm absolutely no good at it.
Well, then you shouldn't play any video games. Anyway, so Epic, the company that released Fortnite, is settling a lawsuit because they took some people's money for loot boxes, which it was considered gambling after the fact. So now they're settling this lawsuit. Guess how they get to pay out for this lawsuit? Instead of just giving people money, they're giving away in-game currency. So they're just like,
no, thank you, Your Honor. I'd like money.
They're basically giving away to the people that were like part of they're actually eligible for the settlement.
Explain to me why buying these loot boxes and stuff like that is like gambling.
Okay, so you could buy a one loot box, and let's say there's 12 different items you could get from it.
Okay.
You have no control over what you get out of it. It's just randomly picked. And it's different odds. So like the super common item, you might have a 50% chance of getting. And then the ultra rare item, you might get like a 0.1% chance of winning. So these people are basically gambling on what they're going to get in a box. Like, oh, I just spent $5 on this box. Oh, I got a common item. Let me spend $5 more. You're gambling.
Right. But it's not like they're like, you give me $5, you might get $10.
No,
I mean, that's not for anything real. It's not like you can pay your bill in fucking loot, So I don't understand why it matters.
Well, you could also trade skins. You could trade things with people.
That's how you get win babies.
Actually, I believe there was the lack of trading skins that stop it. I can't get pregnant. Jen's already pregnant.
Oh,
I can't be pregnant when my girlfriend's pregnant. Okay, I can't.
Yeah, that's good. Listen, I got to put my foot down.
Yeah, we got to draw the line somewhere, and it's right after allowing vaccines in this house. I don't think so.
Not on this flat Earth. I can't believe this season is the season we decided to become flat earthers.
I don't know if you've picked up on it, but I've kind of been changing it every week of one thing that I just really rally behind.
Right. It's always terrible.
Why not?
Gonna wait till the season finale. Well, that's why Hitler had some ideas.
Listen, I'm just saying he was a painter first.
Organized. Can we say he was organized?
Oh, you're gonna get mad at calendars for being organized?
I'm just gonna stick with the flat Earth thing the whole season.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's not just gonna roll around to the other side.
No, because it can't.
It might fall off
like wobbly, and then it just stops.
Oh yeah, that's how this is how it works.
It's like a plate.
Think about it. You put a ball on the ground. Does the ball roll away? Not always. If the wind's trying to get the ball pregnant,
maybe. Don't try to get my Earth pregnant. That's why it's flat.
That's how other planets happen. They get a little bit of wind on it, and boom.
Remember the Big Bang? It was the biggest bang.
Oh no, you're getting all of our listeners pregnant.
All of it. It was about to end.
But it's not the only stupid video game news we have to deal with.
Okay.
Because, oh boy, it's back in the news. This time we're trying to get Grand Theft Auto banned
again
because carjackings in Chicago are up.
Cool.
Naturally, they just assume
people have been shooting people in Chicago record numbers for years. Call of Duty's still going.
Yeah, but that's the problem, Patrick. Is carjackings have gone up now, so now they matter.
I know, but carjacking has been in the game for like ever.
Oh, I understand that, and now after
even
20 years,
the suggestive hooker pickup has been in the game too. I think they got rid of that. Did they get rid of that?
The hookers?
Yeah, like you get the hooker, you get her in the car, and then they park, and then the car starts bouncing.
I think now they just have the strip club in it.
Oh, okay.
That's way more classy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't be gross, Patrick.
I'm just saying.
Don't be gross.
Not back in my day, Grand Theft Auto, you could carjack a car and then go pick up a hooker. And then you use the code to make a tank.
Well, now you could just buy a tank.
Right.
Have it on call, have it delivered to you.
Well, that was always my favorite. Is I would go on a shooting rampage and get all the stars up so that the army was called out, and then I'd go to the top of the parking garage and I do the code to get a tank, and I'd just shoot helicopters.
Yeah, I would hang out in there and just see how long I could last, and then eventually jump down and get a tank. Because like, oh, we're gonna send a tank after you. I'm like, I'm gonna steal it.
I'm gonna steal that tank from you.
And then you use the tank to drive around faster. Just turn the gun around, kind of like the reverse paintball gun on the Spot robot.
So you admit that it was reversed?
No, I'm saying reverse it now.
No.
God, you just don't understand things, do you?
I guess not.
So Representative Marcus Evans Jr. wants to amend a 2012 law preventing certain video games from being sold to minors. They're saying, yeah, you can't sell these games to minors. He's like, okay, I understand what we're doing with minors, but how about we don't let anyone buy them?
This is a guy who's bad at the game.
Yes.
He's bad at the game, and his kids are making fun of him for it.
Yes.
So now he's like, well, screw that. I'm getting rid of this and Fortnite, because why would you be shooting and building a wall? Like, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, or is it because you're bad at things?
I'm really bad at it. I'm bad at Fortnite, but
you're bad at getting a keyboard to work.
Banned, though.
Just because you can't get a keyboard to work.
I've been playing Planet Coaster. It's fun.
Yeah, because all you do is click, click.
No.
Click. Yeah, no, I know what it is. Planet Coaster is fun. You know what it's great for? Eating an edible and then riding all the imaginary roller coasters, which I've totally never done a bunch of times.
Allegedly.
You get a nice day off, have a good strong edible, and just sit there real close to your monitors and ride the roller coasters in the front seat. You're like, man, I hate roller coasters. But
yeah. Got like a gigantic fan like on the back of your wall, like hitting you in the face,
getting you pregnant. Yeah, and then just you get some terrible food delivered. It's like, oh look, I got food at the theme park. Cake. Well, it was usually just Domino's.
I kind of want a funnel cake delivered.
I know, right? I do wish there was more. Like in Minnesota when we went there last summer, they had to cancel the state fair, obviously, but all the food trucks that are like such a state, like all the food is a huge thing with that state fair. They started having food trucks everywhere, and there was a map like in a Facebook group that tracked everyone, so like they could post up like, hey, we're going to be at this intersection from 11 to 7 today, so you could go around and get all your favorite fair foods. And I'm like, why doesn't everyone just do that everywhere? So you tell me people don't want funnel cake right now?
It'd be better than Taste of Chicago.
Because Taste of Chicago, you're gonna get like, hey, you want Connie's pizza? No,
I
don't.
Order it at home. I don't want to know.
I don't know how to get it at home.
Although Connie's pizza is pretty good.
It's okay.
I mean, just saying.
But yeah, they want to get rid of the fucking Grand Theft Auto 5. It's been out for like 8 years. Are saying just now it's contributing to the rise of carjacking?
You guys always played?
What's up?
Isn't that the one you guys always played?
We played a bunch of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's what we always played.
You and Jack Baker? You guys?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we go online and we fuck with people. It was a fun game. You may want to go out and carjack it. Oh, wait, that's the problem. I just figured it out.
That's why I carjack people. Who knew?
Who knew? Some of these carjacking suspects are not even old enough to drive. They 2 15-year-olds were arrested and charged as well, among like a couple days ago.
I mean, they're old enough to drive with a permit.
Yeah, right. Oh, so now I need a permit to carjack? Like, what the fuck?
I thought this was America. Can't lick nothing. Can't steal cars.
And instead of going after the actual problem of poverty, they're going like, let's ban a video game.
Yep.
And but here's the thing: it's not just representatives from Illinois that are fucking up. We got some California oopsies going on.
Ooh.
In San Francisco. You think San Francisco? You think super expensive and probably a lot of homeless people.
Yeah.
But like I said, this one gentleman named Ben Couillard. He lives in a nicer San Francisco neighborhood. He just got in November. There was armed burglar robbed his house while he and his wife were home. There's been a slew of robberies, people like looking into vehicles and breaking into garages, all in the area. And there's San Francisco Supervisor Hillary Ronan, District Attorney Cheza Boudin, and the captain of the police department. They had a virtual town hall with the residents of the community to try to take care of these concerns, right? They blamed it on the lack of tourism because, the tourists were the ones that used to get robbed, and now there's no tourists. So, oops, it's your turn.
Right. I'm not going to rob someone that lives here. I'm going to rob the tourists. But if they're not coming around, what am I supposed to do? I am a robber. Okay. I'm a robber. My father was a robber. My grandfather was a robber. Mm-hmm. We rob. Our last name is Robert.
Oh, okay.
So if we got a middle name, you trying to put us out of business?
No. I would never. I would never do something. I would never
try to keep me from doing my job.
No. I would never try to keep a hardworking man like yourself out of work. I'm just wondering if maybe there's a way you could work in another neighborhood this week. I got my parents in town.
Want people like me in your neighborhood?
Oh, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like
what you're saying. You don't like me. We need this. You don't like what I do, and you don't like my type of person.
Oh, no. I didn't say that. I need the street parking because I have family coming in town, and if you park there, it's good. Then they have to walk.
Oh, because God forbid your family walks.
What
you're too rich to walk?
No, they're just they're.
How much money do you make a year?
That's really not your concern.
How much money? Come on. We're talking about my family. Let's talk about yours. How much do you make a year?
I really don't feel comfortable talking about
it. Come on, just tell me.
28,000.
Give me your wallet.
Let's see. Yeah, so it basically said tourism has gone down so substantially in San Francisco that criminal rings that targeted tourists in areas that tourists frequent no longer have tourists there.
Yeah.
What a weird way to just pass the blame. Mm-hmm. Like, so it's not that we're not doing our jobs, because I promise you we're doing our jobs. Yeah. I'm just trying to say that like someone has to get robbed.
Right.
And if the tourists aren't there,
then it's got to be
you. It's got to be you.
Got to be you. Sorry.
I don't make the rules. It's like you're the city planner. Yes, you do.
I don't make the rules.
Speaking of some rules that I can totally get behind.
Sure.
In Japan, they're big fans of children being quiet, which great call. There's now a website.
Say that now.
There's a difference between other people just dead in the eyes, letting their kid run around screaming outside my bedroom window, and having a baby that's crying. I can handle a baby that's crying. But you know what happens? You know what happens when a kid steps out of line? Not on my flat Earth.
Jesus. That's why I'm not going to vaccinate it.
Yeah. You know what? If you want to get antibodies, be quiet.
DCFS is like, I'm going to have to go over there.
So there is this website in Japan that they make it so you can track where there are neighborhoods that have higher noise levels.
There you go.
So the Darasaku map is full of colorful circles indicating places to avoid because it says they reverberate to the sound of children at play and adults gossiping within earshot of their neighbors.
What's weird is the quieter neighborhoods, the circles overlap with the circles of the sexual predators. It's like they're going for the quieter ones. They're like,
it's like, ooh, so when I say don't say anything, you're gonna go along with it, right?
You're gonna go along with it because otherwise, there goes the quality of the neighborhood.
Do you want to be known as a loud house? No.
Well, it's interesting too because if you even look at like one of the aspects of like one of the most famous figures, cartoon figures from that area is Hello Kitty, and Hello Kitty does not have a mouth. You ever notice that?
No, because I don't look at Hello Kitty. Show everyone your Hello Kitty wall.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Hello Kitty doesn't have a mouth. That's why it was always funny when I was like with the cartoon. I was like, why does Hello Kitty have a cartoon? Hello Kitty doesn't have a mouth.
Are you saying that
like some weird psychic cat just sending its thoughts out?
Are you being racist against psychic cats?
I'm just saying they know what they did.
Just because a person can't verbally speak doesn't mean they don't have things to say, Patrick.
I'm sure.
There's sign language. About
this cat.
There's sign language. There is text to speech options.
The cat's not doing that.
You don't know that though.
What they're doing is the cat's standing there and there's a voice. And it's like, how is that cat talking?
They are wishing it into existence.
Okay.
Well. The wind came and gave them a voice. Oh, there it is again. It's going to make me talk.
Talk and be pregnant.
There's almost 6,000 hotspots across Japan, according to this website. And if you click on the icons, you can see the nature of the nuisance from children playing noisily with balls to adults engaging in what they describe as marathon gossip sessions.
Oh, sorry.
So it's like, yeah, you got a couple of neighbors that just like won't shut the fuck up. And you're like, oh, these people are always outside talking. Yeah, you can put them on this website and be like, Deborah will not shut up.
Brought to you by the people who can tell you which ice cream machine at McDonald's is broken. We give you noisy fuckers.
Y'all tired of coming home from work and people will be like, ah.
You know it.
Don't move to these places then.
Okay.
We are the unique realtors at
Shush and Quiet. I'm not going to move there. You think? Thank you.
No, I'm just trying to tell you.
No, you got me in the.
So if you could just shut up and we could tell you everything you need to know about not having loud noises, okay?
Well, sir. By you because you just showed up on your own website. You become everything you've ever hated.
No.
I quit.
I took a vow of silence starting right now.
Right now.
No, I mean like right now.
Right now.
Right now. No, let's say no, you quiet first. No, you quiet first. They also got so they say that they like the quiet here. And one of the up until 2014, authorities in Tokyo said that the sound of children playing could no longer be considered a form of noise pollution. So before 2014, like they couldn't have a lot of daycares. So that led to one of the biggest problems with Japan of not having, or people weren't having kids, is because with daycare centers being full all the time, people were on waiting lists, so it wouldn't make sense for them.
I really want to have a baby, but in 2 years I'm going to have nowhere to put it. So
right, yeah. So that was that.
We're going to close these windows to make sure that no wind comes in, because I ain't about to get pregnant.
Keep the sound and the wind out here.
It's like, oh, there's a sudden windstorm outside. Here's your plan B.
Oh no. Yes, I didn't realize that the sound of children playing could have been noise pollution. I get it.
Are you kidding? Where you used to live?
Oh,
all you used to do was bitch.
Yeah, and if I could have called,
was annoying.
If I could have called it and say they're committing a crime, they're waking me up in the middle of the afternoon.
It is 2 p.m.
I went to
I'm
bed
trying to sleep.
4 hours ago. No, I don't work the third shift. I just have a reckless lifestyle.
I was playing Minecraft.
And riding roller coasters on a video game for 6 hours.
Not high.
While not high. Wink.
So why'd you just wink at us?
I didn't. I said it. It's way
I know,
different.
why would you say that? Like, we would never would have thought that you were high.
Oh, well, then I take it back. Unwink.
No, you can't unwink a wink.
No, I think I just did.
You didn't, because it didn't work.
What are you talking about?
Now we know you're high.
Ah.
Not on this flat earth.
Well, you see, the wind was blowing from the other side of the flat earth, and that got me pregnant high.
You're smoking weed and pregnant.
No, the wind was blowing from the other way, getting me high.
That is not good. That means twins.
Oh, no. Patrick, you ever been working and you're like, man, I don't want to work today. I wish I could get out of work.
Constantly.
We have this brand new technique developed by someone from Arizona, home of the ice cream lickers.
They're gonna lick you. Be careful.
Yeah, you better watch out. They'll lick you, and then you can't go into work.
Gotta lick stuff when you can.
There was a gentleman named Brandon Souls, a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
So you know he's already smart.
Oh well, yeah, he's ready.
Yeah, he concocted this plan to get out of work. He was working at his job at the tire factory. I don't know if you know this, but they sell tires.
Some say he was tired of working.
And that's how. Oh no! Patrick dropped out.
Oh no!
I can't believe he's gone now forever.
Back.
He didn't want to go into work one day.
I don't blame him
because
he wasn't having a good year.
And oh no! Patrick dropped out again. I can't believe he's gone forever. Rest in peace, Patrick. Sometimes it just goes that way. Let's see, Patrick. Okay, there we go. So now that Patrick is gone forever, I'll just tell you all, the listeners.
I'm here though.
It's like I can hear his voice sometimes.
I'm here.
He's still here. Oh, it's like he's still here. Hold on, let's get there. Now he's hanging out in the corner with me. No. So now it's like Patrick is forever hanging out in the show. It's like if you listen closely, you can kind of hear him.
Hey.
But it's like the wind just trying to get you pregnant. So, shut him up. Oh, God, it's so windy ever since Patrick died. It's like the world knew that he had to go. Oh, hey. One of these days.
I'm off, can they hear me?
Do what?
I said, when I'm off screen, can they hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Just so I know.
It's just when you're muted, you can't be heard.
Okay, good.
One of these days, I might guess your middle name. Who knows what it is, though?
Edward. Nope.
So, Brandon Souls didn't want to go into work. Tried to call off of work, but not a conventional way.
Mm-hmm.
What's an unconventional way to call off of work, Patrick?
Called dead.
Very close. He reported to the police that he was kidnapped by two masked men.
Awesome.
These men knocked him unconscious and drove him around a vehicle before leaving him by a water tower. The police found him near a water tower.
Taco Bell wrappers.
They found him near the water tower with his hands bound behind his back and a bandana stuffed in his mouth. So the detectives checked it out, did investigation, and it turns out there's no evidence of a kidnapping or assault. Looking over a surveillance video, just nothing. No sign of anything.
His hands behind his back. Did he have help?
No, but I mean there are people that are flexible enough that can, if it's behind their back, they can finagle it around their legs.
Yeah,
you just have to be a little bit more bendy and not like cheese as much as I do.
True.
Because I ain't doing that.
I like cheese.
Brandon alleged that the kidnapping occurred because of a large amount of money his father had hidden around town. Just yeah. My dad hides piles of money everywhere. So I
don't believe in banks.
I don't believe.
Give me a good hole.
A good hole. An interesting knot in a tree.
Good hole and a little flag that says there's definitely not money down here. Keep moving.
I want a fun rock that instead of a height of key, it's a height of money.
Height of money.
I put $100 under a few different rocks. You never know when you're gonna need $100. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So yeah, he
all over town.
He eventually admitted that he just made up the story because he just didn't want to go to work.
I didn't want to go.
I'm like, call in sick.
Pass.
Just like it's like I called in kidnapped.
Yeah.
A bold.
I thought it would get me a promotion.
I don't know how that.
So that I could call in later and be like, I don't want to
go. It's time to settle the debate once and for all, Patrick. What is the better breakfast for you to have? What's more nutritious? What's just more delicious? Everyone wants to say that you got to have like breakfast, like a normal breakfast. Today alone, I had a slice of cold pizza for breakfast.
But that's fine. That because breakfast, everyone's always like, gotta have three meals a day, blah blah blah. First wait, doesn't matter. When you're breaking your fast, which is your 8 or 9 hours of sleep or whatever you got, 6 hours, 4 hours, doesn't matter. You haven't eaten anything.
Patrick.
Breakfast.
Is that why they call it breakfast?
Yeah.
Because you're breaking your fast?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But it's got nothing to do with like oatmeal or shit like that. It's like everyone's like, you gotta have a good cereal. Cool. What's up, Cody?
A nutritionist said that pizza is actually better for you than probably your favorite breakfast cereal.
Probably.
Because it's all sugar and just bullshit. There's a lack of protein and healthy fats. So it's like, yeah, pizza is definitely a better breakfast for you than cereal.
I had a friend, my friend Rob. We called him Rob the Cuban. He's
dead?
No. I have a friend. This
was
back in high school. He had an idea for a cold pizza restaurant.
God, that'd be amazing.
And he's like, you make a couple pizzas before you leave, and then you open it in the morning, and people can come in for cold pizza. But he just wanted to be a cold pizza restaurant. I go, so it's a pizza parlor. Is it a pizza parlor that's open 24 hours? And he goes, no. It's open for cold pizza.
Kind of lose my interest then.
I go, so you don't have you're not going to sell hot pizza? And he goes, no, it's a cold pizza restaurant.
Listen, I'm a fan of the idea. I'm a big fan of the idea. Yeah. And I think if you had like a cold pizza truck, you just drove around at 6 in the morning and like, hey, are you trying to go to work hungover as shit? Do you want a slice?
Isn't it because the pizza's been around? I don't know.
Just put it in the fridge.
That's right. But I'm just saying. Why is he limiting himself? Why is his business plan limited? Also be
so stupid. You're so stupid.
He also had an idea that when you vacuum, there's a small change belt attaches and it sorts change. And I said to him, cool, but why do you have change all over your floor?
How much? Yeah.
How much change needs to be on the floor to necessitate a belt?
You've got one buyer for that.
Or get a jar.
You've got one buyer for that, and it's Scrooge McDuck.
Right?
Showing that cereal is not as healthy.
And he could have never swam in that money. He would have been crushed by the weight. There.
I'm glad someone finally said it. I'm glad someone finally said it.
Truth telling on Stupid's Talking Stupid.
We're dropping some bombs today.
You jumped in it and you were able to dive and you're spitting it out like it's water. That's not real.
I want you to inject that truth in my veins, unlike these vaccinations.
And how did this duck get all this money anyway? Is he stealing it from fountains?
I mean, why not? He does have just a whole vault of coins. People aren't throwing dollar bills in a fountain.
And Launchpad McQuack. This motherfucker.
I will not stand for the besmirchment of Launchpad McQuack.
Where did he learn how to fly a plane?
It's inherent in his system.
But he could do it without it.
That's what I'm saying.
Showing off.
It's hey, you know what? He's an artist.
We got Cody. Talk to the Disney people. Tell them.
Cody, tell them.
Tell them. We got a problem.
So the custom
Bring back DuckTales. Like they canceled it off of like
the new one.
yeah, the new DuckTales is. I don't think it's still going on,
Oh,
which is a shame because it was good. Maybe they just didn't want to give it to. Was it on Netflix?
I don't think so. It was
No.
on. It was on.
Was it on Disney Plus?
I don't think it was on Disney. Maybe it was on Disney Plus. I know it was on one of the Disney channels.
Well, all I know is it's not on anymore. And when you're trying to put stuff on Disney Plus, now is not the time to take stuff off.
Customs and Border Protection in the port of Cincinnati seized 44 pounds of cereal because it's so bad for you.
That's right. What kind of cereal did it say?
It was labeled corn flakes. The problem is that
we got the scoop right here.
Breaking news. Ignore the last two words in that. It's a visual bit. If you're not listening to it, you don't get the.
Cody Frederick is playing the live-action Launchpad McQuack in the reboot.
Okay, I literally just said we're not going to read that.
I didn't read the not really.
But I said we're not going to read the whole thing because it's a visual exclusive.
We want to
come. You've ruined the first visual exclusive we ever had in the podcast.
I want to come to that set. That's all I'm saying.
So there was a drug sniffing dog. Smelled this cereal and it's like, hey, this cereal is making me fucking lit. Because this 44 pounds of cereal was soaked in cocaine.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just covered in cocaine. So it's not necessarily cornflakes, it is cocaine flakes.
Right. So it's frosted.
Yeah. Frosted. There's nothing wrong with it. They're great.
Great. How do they? So once they ship it, how do they remove the cocaine?
I don't know.
Is it?
I have a normal job,
like a shaking.
If I knew how to extract cocaine from breakfast cereal, do you think I'd be saying, "Well, I can't wait to get done with this podcast so I can go to my job now"? Or do you think I'd be spending a lot of time in the breakfast cereal aisle going, "You want to fuck up some Cheerios now?"
Well, no, but I'm just saying that's how they're shipping it, because like they would do the thing with like someone like figured out like how to like turn it into paint, and then they strip the paint away and dissolve the whatever, and that's all that's left is cocaine. Like it's the most hideable drug if you think about it.
Yeah,
just put in a thing that says powdered sugar.
Oh, and then you're like, well, look, it's white powder. Of course, it's powdered sugar. It says on the label. And when I eat it, I get excited, which is just a sugar rush.
Sugar high. Called sugar high for a reason.
So the ship
judged by Bernie Sanders now.
This shipment was coming from Peru, got caught in Cincinnati.
You gotta love that Peru cereal.
And it was the final shipment of it was supposed to be a private home in Hong Kong.
A lot of cereal. I like it.
I ordered the variety box. Oh, you guys don't shop at Sam's Club?
How did it get from Peru to Cincinnati?
They shipped it.
I know, but like,
okay, well, don't ask stupid questions.
To Hong Kong.
Man, I don't know how this. Again, do you think if I knew the intricacies of shipping cocaine-laced breakfast cereals that I would go to my day job after this? Like, you think I'll just wake up every day going, well, I gotta get, gotta pay my taxes, gotta get a paycheck every 2 weeks, gotta provide for my family. But no, I'm just gonna ignore my cocaine cereal knowledge.
No.
So anyway, the process is. I mean, you could ship cocaine, but then you could also get, food delivery is a big thing. Like a Blue Apron and HelloFresh, those things are popped up. People be loving that kind of stuff. There's a little bit of a problem with HelloFresh lately, though. A customer got an unwanted surprise in his.
Hi. Hello, Piss. Hi.
Oliver McManus said that we got his meal kit from HelloFresh, but there was also a Coke bottle in there. The problem with the Coke bottle is its contents are a little not Coke-like.
Yeah. Oh.
So he said, "Hey, HelloFresh, I'll keep it simple. Why have I received someone's bottled up piss as part of my order? Look forward to your response on this one."
You gotta love, you gotta love British people. They're so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when they're indignant, they're like, hi, a word.
If you could, real quick,
Whereas
just
we're like, fuck that, we want to talk. You know,
take.
they're like, excuse me, but it's not nice. You know.
All right, Patrick, I need you to send an angry tweet as a mother of four to Chuck E. Cheese.
To Chuck E. Cheese, an
Yes.
angry tweet. Okay. Hey at Charles M. Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Found toe in ball pit. Would appreciate a response. Fuck you.
Oh, well, I was about to say that is so nice. That is the exact opposite of what I was thinking was going to happen, but you brought it home.
Nailed it.
HelloFresh does not supply drinks with its meal kits. So the fact that he had anything in there that wasn't that, it's kind of, where did this come from? Was this packaged this way? Did the delivery driver not have a bathroom break that day? It's like, I know, I'll put.
Did you see last week with John Oliver?
No.
John Oliver was talking about the meat packing industry, and they showed a video of a guy who's like on the meat packing line. He stops to take a piss, like, but does not leave the line.
Oh.
So it could be that like these people are like meeting crazy quotas, and he's like, "All right, just make sure you keep an eye on your piss bottle because you don't want it to end up in a shipment."
Yeah, I don't want you. I don't want you.
British guy is going to be all pissed, literally. Literally.
He's going to be all this.
Hilarious.
Yeah, we covered that story a while ago about Amazon drivers just dropping hot beef in the back of their cars because they're not allowed to have bathroom breaks. Well, it's not that they're not allowed to have bathroom breaks; it's just that they have these ungodly expectations of delivery on them that they're like, well, I literally have no time to use the bathroom, so I'm just gonna shit in the back of the truck. And then now one of the things is they're putting cameras in all of the Amazon trucks so they can see when someone's taking a shit in there. That's not exactly the reason that they announced why, but I'm pretty sure internally, like, you know what? People are shitting in the truck. We should probably find out who they are.
Yeah.
Instead of, letting them have a bathroom break.
Right.
This is just a nice little funny story real quick. A California woman went to get her new driver's license, the real ID, so the one that's like super important and
I'm in the middle of getting that, like
basically a passport.
I did not get to get it the other day.
Oh, you didn't?
No, it's because like the way the appointments are going, they're gonna make an appointment. You gotta make an appointment online now. They're changing it to make an appointment online, and then it didn't matter because I still also, aside from needing my bank statement, I also needed a credit card statement as well. Just thought you needed one, but turns out you need both. And I said, all right, well, cool. I've got time. So
yeah, I'm just hoping that when I eventually get my ID switched over to this state, that because I already have one for another state, they're like, okay,
that'll be enough, hopefully.
Because I already jumped through these hoops. I don't want to do it again.
Right.
So Leslie Pilgrim, 25-year-old from California, went to go get her new real ID. But the problem is, right now people have to wear masks, and they were really strict at the DMV, and she didn't want to risk taking off her mask without explicit instructions. Like, okay, now's the time to take off your mask. So when she's going through and doing everything, they put her in front of the camera. They don't say anything. They're just like, all right, ready, click. They took a picture of her with her mask on. She's like, whoa, hey, wearing my mask still. Can I get in? I'm like, oh, our bad. We're gonna go ahead and take another picture for you. Get that squared away. Here's the picture they ended up posting on her driver's license.
Awesome.
So she actually has a valid California real ID with her wearing a mask as her.
Which honestly is helpful because more often than not, you're looking at an ID, you're like, I guess.
Yeah. So, one of the ways that I'll look at an ID is if I'll hold the ID up to a certain point where it only shows, like, it blocks their face right in front of me.
Look right at me.
I was like, hold on. Got it.
And click.
I'm like, I just want to see the eyes. Because most of the time you could tell, like, unless someone goes crazy with their eyebrows.
Right.
You can kind of tell.
Yeah.
It's enough to make you want to blow up the world.
Oh, no.
All right. I won't just this once.
Okay.
Because there is hope in the form of Australia.
Okay.
In Australia, there is an animal sanctuary called Edgar's Mission, a not-for-profit animal shelter just outside Lancefield in Victoria's Macedon Ranges. Edgar's Mission provides care for homeless, abused, injured, or abandoned animals, especially livestock or farmed animals. It was founded in 2003 by Pam Ahern after an encounter with a large piglet called Edgar Allan Pig. Yeah, I figure for that name of the pig alone, you'd appreciate it. She quit her full-time job and built a sanctuary, which now sprawls over 153 acres. Right now, it's 432 rescue animals, including ex-breeding pigs, injured lambs, one-eared survivors of dog attacks, cows born with blindness or other defects, chickens, roosters, turkeys, rabbits,
dogs and cats living together.
Baby goats. I know, right? I was gonna, but then you just had to jump in with a Bill Murray quote.
Sorry, it was necessary.
So the Edgar's Mission offers various forms of rehab, most of them overseen by qualified vets. But there is one thing that they started to do for animals that have been traumatized, because like you can fix a broken leg, you can help out one that's like losing its vision. But when it comes to these animals that are just like frightened and like scared to be around people because they've been abused, one of the programs that they introduced was that you could start reading to the animals, and they even take like people can sign up to do this, where you could go to the farm and just read a book. They like children's books, like you just read to animals, and it's very soothing to them, and it kind of gets them to calm down and kind of be able to behave a little bit more, friendly. It's not like they're trying to rehab them to the point where they're like, okay, nice, friendly, we can be in the petting zoo. It's like, no, they stay at the sanctuary, living a good life. They I mean, as best as you can, but like you're what?
Get the goat news get the goat news ready. Okay. Just imagine when it's like and then it turns out that the call was coming from inside the barn. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No more scary stories, Clyde. They said they could handle it.
He said, I'm a grown-up goat.
I'm a grown-up goat and I can handle it. Apparently he couldn't. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. He's just a scaredy goat because he doesn't have his vaccines.
Got it.
Let's see. They got the a veterinarian and behavioral expert, Dr. Emma Hughes, says that Edgar's Mission's reading program is unique to Australia, and at least for livestock and farmed animals, saying, "Oi, we know animals do become calmer when they associate voices with something positive. Reading works because it's non-confrontational. Most of these animals are prey species, so they don't like people getting too close or making direct eye contact. It's a brilliant way to get humans to behave appropriately." So the people that are reading the books, like, they just have to, remain in a calm tone, not make direct eye contact with the pets. They just kind of sit there and read, or not pets, the animals, and just let them sit there and read to them, and kind of, just make the animals feel good because they were treated like shit for so long.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
that's gonna do it for this week.
Yeah, it's gonna do it for this week.
Okay, find us online.
You can find us individually on Twitter at Patrick Newsom 42.
That's me.
At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. You can find this podcast by looking at Facebook, YouTube for the video version of the podcast. Search for Stupid Talking Stupid. Like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. You can get the audio version of the podcast just by going to Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, anywhere that podcasting apps you can find. All of our website, all of our information and our store can be found on our website, www.stupidstalkingstupid.com. We need to sell, what was it, Patrick? 7,000 shirts?
7,000 shirts.
And we could buy a robot dog, which is imperative for an audio podcast to have an actual physical mascot.
Well, 7,500 because we're going to go on a Disney cruise.
7,500. Okay, so 7,000 exactly. No more because we do not need a cruise. But yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week for Stupid Talking Stupid. I am Patrick.
And I am Bear. And
we'll see you later.